Alright my dudes, we are in Germany. I'm gonna start off this episode by giving you guys two options. Car, as you guys can tell, check engine light, clutch isn't happy, the car itself isn't happy. I put 3,300 miles on the cars. Now tomorrow is Nurburgring. The clutch is, you know, it's on its way out. I have two options. One, either put it around the Nurburgring tomorrow and, you know, just get a couple parade laps, like push the car 4 tenths, 5 tenths, you know, just to say I went on the Nurburgring, and then drive up north to Sweden, finish up the trip, you know, in the next 7 days. It's been a long trip so far, you know. So option A, put it around the Nurburgring, be done with the trip in 7 days. Or option number 2, go to the Nurburgring tomorrow, push the car 7 tenths. By pushing it 7 tenths, that kind of guarantees that I'm not going to wreck the car. And, you know, I'm not going to... 7 tenths should be fast enough, you know. It should be like, I don't know, I think this car is capable of doing like a 8-minute lap. You know, if I put in a 9-minute lap, I'm happy. Nurburgring is extremely long. They say it takes 100 laps to familiarize yourself with the track, to memorize the turns. Just to give you guys something to compare it to, tracks in California, what I'm used to, like the biggest track is 2.5 miles. That's Big Willow, and it only has 9 turns. Like, you can memorize the entire track after 2 laps. And the Nurburgring, I don't know how many turns it has, but it's a very, 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 very long track. So you need 100 laps over there. I've only been there once before. That was 3 years ago. I went for 4 or 5 laps in a Gallardo in the rain. I don't remember any of the turns at all. So I'm not going to push the car too hard tomorrow at the Nurburgring. But the option is, do I push it 7 tenths, which means the clutch will fry afterwards. Push the car hard for like 2 minutes, and then the clutch is going to start slipping. I mean, it's on its dying days right now. So I could get a couple, you know, decent laps in and put the car down, get a new clutch, which will take about 7 days. That's a engine out service. And while the clutch gets repaired, I can fly out to the south of France with a lady friend of mine, get to vacation for 7 days, 7-8 days, have fun, refresh, you know, get some much needed R&R, and after that, the car will have a brand new clutch. I'll be able to continue up north, be here for, you know, another 2 weeks and do donuts and burnouts along every country like I had planned. So far, I've laid down marks in every single country I've been in, and, you know, I don't want to stop there. And that's, you know, what the goal of this trip was, to lay down marks in every single country in Europe. I want to lay down marks with this car in every single country in the world. So Euro trip is just the beginning of many trips. We're driving over to AR Collector, the guy with a green GTR. I'm gonna go make sure his shop is, you know, it's good enough to work on this car. No other shop besides AGX has worked on my car. You know, this is my baby. It feels like I'm going to vet a couple pediatricians to see if they're good enough to, you know, be the doctor on my baby. So engine out service, it is a big deal. I got to make sure they're capable of you know, working on a car of this caliber. So we're gonna go there, we're gonna check it out. He's gonna swap out the engine oil for sure. It's probably gonna need a new filter too, air filters, after the stint we had in Belgium in the coal field. I'm sure you guys saw the donuts over there. So we're gonna see what the damage to the air filters are. And he says he's got a couple cool cars at his shop too. So you know, we'll go see what another AGX in Europe looks like. Guys, so one other thing with my car that's wrong, this poor car, the exhaust tip on my car, I'm assuming it's the exhaust tip, one of the valves Wow, one of the welds in the exhaust tip is coming apart. So right around 2,000 RPMs, like 1,800 to 2,000 RPMs, the car starts making an additional weird noise. The frequency causes the, like two metal pieces to vibrate against each other, and well, you guys have to hear it. It's a very metallic sound. So at 3,000 RPMs, you guys already know the car makes this raspy noise, which I absolutely love. Let me demonstrate that to you guys first. That I love. Okay, one more time. So from 3,000 to 3,500, it has that raspy tone to it. Now in the 2,000 RPM range, it has a different sound. I personally, I don't know if I like it or don't like it. You know, it sounds kind of civic-ish, but it's cool that it just adds on to the different type of noises this car makes throughout the entire power band. So 6,000 to 8,000 just screams like a Formula 1 car. Now at 2,000 RPMs, it has a distinct tone. At 3,000 RPMs, it has a distinct tone. And then at 4,000 to 6,000, you know, it has a very throaty sound. So tell me if you guys like the sound. One sec. Alright, so it's at 1,600 RPMs. You guys hear that metallic sound? Right here. And then at 2,000 it goes away. So I don't know. It's just you know, it's another part that's failing on the car right now. This poor car, man. I cannot wait to take it home and have the boys at AGX go through every single nut and bolt on this car. All right, so listen to the entire power range. So that was up to 6,000. You guys heard that initial metallic noise it has, the raspy, you know, up to 6,000, that throaty sound it has. Now, I know everyone's gonna say 6,000 to 8,300 RPMs is my favorite. Obviously, that's my favorite too. But between 1,000 to 6,000, which part did you guys like the most? All right, guys, we have arrived. I see the GTR right there. What's up, Angela?
You can stay there.
Oh,
You just keep going. Just wait.
Okay. Oh man, it feels so good to be at a shop that's gonna do so much needed maintenance on this car. You can beat on your car as much as you want as long as you maintain it. We are driving to the shop. I'm behind Angelo. Ahead of Angelo is a police officer. So I'm keeping my distance, hopefully toning down the exhaust just a little. I don't think staying 50 feet behind is doing much. My aunt last time, so I'm staying at my aunt and my cousin's house. She told me as soon as I exited the freeway, the highway, she could hear me from like a kilometer away from her house. So I didn't call them. I just pulled into their house and they were already waiting for me outside because they heard me from so far away. My radar detector works in Germany. Didn't work in any other country. Works in Germany. I wonder why. Maybe one of you guys know. You guys can let me know. I thought the radar detector had died this entire time until I got into Germany and then it started working again. Alright, I'm gonna put the camera away to make sure I don't fall into the pit. Angelo just pointed out, oh, this is hot to touch. From all the flames, the paint is peeling off. It's starting to bubble. Well, hello, Angelo. Sorry, I did not introduce you to the channel. Well, I mean, I introduced you on the previous episodes, but not this one.
That's true. In Geneva.
In Geneva and Benelux.
And Benelux, that's true.
So we are at his shop. What's the name of your shop?
Stadelbauer. You can see it up there.
Stadelbauer. What's that mean?
It's a name from Bavarian.
Yeah, it's a Bavarian name. It's an old name.
It's just a name.
Yeah.
Just a name.
Okay,
Yes.
it doesn't mean
name.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay, cool. I thought the name of your shop was AR Collector. I've been saying it.
No, that would be cool.
I'm gonna go check out your shop if you don't mind while they take care of this.
You can take a walk through.
So Angelo just told me that replacing the clutch at the Lamborghini dealer is gonna cost 12,000 euros, which is about $14,000. Way too much money. Replacing a clutch at AGX costs like 7,000. That's what we usually charge. So twice as much over here. Not doing that. So he's gonna try to find me another shop So this is a body shop primarily.
Yeah, we do everything.
You do everything.
From body, painting, everything what you want.
Okay.
We do that, but you need a really specialist for the clutch.
Okay.
You see, we are a Tesla body shop as well.
Very cool.
So, like for Tesla, we do it over here around 200 kilometers around our shop. We're the only shop who can do it.
Oh wow, that's a big circumference.
Yeah, it is. It's like see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Teslas.
So you have all of the Teslas in this like Buding area, right?
Around 200 kilometers around Frankfurt.
You have a tow truck too.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
We used that one on the 30th of August for the track day on Bilsterberg, and we take it with us because you never know what happens on the racetrack, and maybe you have to pull back a car, so you take your own tow truck.
You know, I used to own a towing company.
You do?
I used to. I had 5 locations and 52 tow trucks. Oh my God, you have a 356. Yeah, I've never seen these taillights. What model is this?
Oh, good question.
This is a 356?
It is a 356, but it's an old version.
Yeah, I've never seen those taillights. That's, wow, it's really, really tiny compared to other ones I've seen. This is cool. Angelo, you know these are like $300,000 in the US?
Yes, I know they are.
How much are they over here?
Around the same price. It's around the same price.
That is such a massive steering wheel.
Weil wenn du guckst, Marc, der hat...
Okay, so the car's supposed to have 13.5 liters, which is 13 quarts of oil. And right now it only looks like it has about 8 quarts of oil, so it has burned a lot of oil. It's a bit worrisome. Engine sounds fine, sounds healthy. Maybe we'll just leave it up there and a little more will drip out. But this is why it's very, very important to service your car. Had I gone to the Nurburgring tomorrow with this, pushing the car, it wouldn't be good for the car. Okay. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. So the car has 3 drain plugs. Because it has a dry sump system, it has a drain plug right underneath that as well. We took the 3rd one out and all the oil poured out, so the car had the 13 quarts of oil that it needed. Whew, another scare, that could have been bad. But yeah, so we are good. They're changing the oil. They're also checking up on the clutch. Supposedly the shop next door has worked on Ferraris before and Porsches, so we're gonna take the car here. Angelo does not feel safe with the car here. This is more of a body shop, minor mechanic, not a engine out service on a Lamborghini. So we're gonna try to find another shop, and I'm getting a stage 1 race clutch on the car. I'm no longer putting an OEM Kevlar clutch in. They have not lasted me. This is my 4th clutch. I've put 3,000 miles on the car before this Euro trip. I've had the car for like 4 years now. I haven't put a lot of miles on it. You know, I've always put this car on the tow truck, taking it to different events, you know, shift sector. Every time I would tow it there, rip around the airstrip and then tow it back. I wouldn't add up the miles. When I went to Monterey Car Week, same thing. I towed it over there, drove 100 miles down the coast and then towed it back. So I've always made sure to keep the miles on the car low as possible. But this Euro trip, I've been doing the exact opposite. As you guys already know, I love doing burnouts and donuts, which is why the clutches don't last very long. At least before, each clutch would last me a year. It would last me a year, but it won't last me like 1,000 miles. This time the clutch has lasted me 3 weeks, new record for time, but it's lasted me 3,300 miles, which is also a new record for the most miles. Funny how that works. But anyway, so they're gonna change the oil, finish that up, and then we're gonna figure out what shop is going to replace the clutch. And my buddy Lars is calling me. He's the guy who's hooking me up. Lars, what's up? Alrighty dudes, the engine oil has been swapped out. However, we're still looking for a shop that can change the clutch on the car. So I think that's going to be the most difficult part. Reason for it is this time in Germany, everyone's on vacation. So shops that we have called don't have any available slots for the next 2-3 weeks. Obviously, I can't wait that long. I'm planning on being back home in 2-3 weeks. I don't want to stay any longer than I have to. So yeah, I don't really know what's gonna happen. I'm trying to figure out, I mean, we're trying to find the shop. Hopefully we could, man. Europe is so backwards. This is why my father moved us out of Sweden, because the businesses over here are just very stale. That's why we love America. Shops are always open. AGX not 24/7, but we don't take any vacation time. We are open 6 days out of the week from morning till night. I wish every shop around here was the same so I could get it swapped out, but you know, it is what it is. I'll update you guys on this clutch journey once I have an update for you guys. So I guess until then, it's been a long, boring episode. A lot of talking to myself. Does that make me conceited that I can just talk in front of the camera the entire time? No. I must be really full of myself talking in front of the camera the entire time. And that's what you guys are thinking. You're like, Mondi, we don't want to see your ugly face, bro. Well, trim your beard, by the way. You're starting to look like a freaking terrorist. Well, I will see you guys next time, man. I don't know what to say. Kind of bummed out right now. This Euro trip is not panning out the way I had planned. It's a lot of mishaps, a lot of speed bumps, but like everything in life, we will overcome. So hopefully next time I see you guys, I'll have better news for you guys. Like the engine is good, just needs a clutch. So yeah, shut up, Mondi. All right, ciao, guys.